Hey guys, before we get to the video, for more tips and tricks in the heating and air industry, please click that subscribe button. Thank you. Hey guys, Josh for Griffin Air and New HVAC Guide, and wanted to do a follow-up video. I did a video a while back, and it is probably my most commented, most disliked and or liked video that I've done. And what the video was basically called was three secrets that HVAC contractors don't want you to know as the homeowner. And I think that the reactions were appropriate. I've had some homeowners comment and say, wow, I didn't even realize. And I've had some HVAC contractors comment and say, why are you telling people this? Or you're wrong, or whatever. So I want to do a follow-up video on that. In fact, I'm going to probably do several, because I do think that in our industry that there are people that do things right. And so just so you know, when I do these videos, I'm not talking about everyone. This is not a video where I'm saying, hey, all heating and air contractors do this, but not me. Not Josh, not Griffin Air. Everybody else does this, but not us. And so that's not what this is. I would say that in some markets, there's, maybe half of the companies do these things that I'm talking about and half don't. The point is, there are good and bad people that do everything, right? Unfortunately, the folks that do these things give us all a bad name, which is why I'm highlighting some of those things. So I wanted to do 3 more secrets that homeowners should know that heating and air contractors don't want you to know. So let's get started. The first thing I wanted to touch on this video is one of the things that I get questioned on all the time. I probably get this question more than any other question on YouTube, and that is, what's the best brand? What heating and air brand? And it's actually a legit question, because people just aren't sure. It's just like cars, who's better, Ford or Chevrolet, whatever. Kind of depends on your experiences in a lot of cases. But there's so many brands out there. What's the difference? Who's good? Who's bad? And it's a legit question. And I've started doing some videos on that, letting folks know who's who. Check out some of my videos on some of the different manufacturers, because in reality, there's hundreds of brands, but there's really only about 7 or 8 manufacturers, if that makes sense. So there you got, just like how General Motors makes all these other brands of cars, a lot of the heating and air brands don't just make one brand. In some cases, they're making the same products on the same assembly line and slapping different stickers on it. So check out some of my videos on that. And some of my videos that I'm starting to do is something that a lot of us heating and air guys will usually answer that with. And that is, we all have our preferences on brand, but the brand does not matter as much as the installer or the installation. And so I've started doing a whole video series on that topic and telling you different examples of installations. But with all that said, my first secret in this video that I'm going to tell you, and that is, some contractors cannot tell you why they sell what they sell. And I love this topic because I can tell you right offhand why I sell what I sell, okay? I have competitors in my market that can tell you why they sell what they sell. Why does that matter? Well, I think it's important because there are some brands or some companies that are installing whatever in your home, and they don't really have your best interests at heart. So I think it's a legit question. I even did a video called 3 Questions You Can Ask Contractors, and I touched on this, but I just wanted to touch on that again because I think that it's important for you, the homeowner, to know that some companies can't answer that question. I had a company come to our office a couple years ago, and they were actually representing a supplier of one of our brands. And this guy was actually employed by the manufacturer of that brand. And I asked them, I said, well, what do y'all offer that no one else offers? What do y'all do that's best that no one else can do as good as you? And to be honest with you, he kind of gave me some of the politically correct answers that you should probably give if you don't have an answer to that question. But in reality, he didn't have an answer for it. So I'm not going to mention that name. Even if you message me, I'm not going to tell you. It doesn't really matter. But the point is, if you have someone in your home trying to sell you a heating and air system, they should be able to tell you why they sell what they sell. whatever the reasoning is, and it's up to you whether or not it's a good answer, but they should be able to tell you why they sell what they sell. My next secret in the heating and air industry is a lot of companies, especially it seems like a lot of bigger companies or franchise type companies, like to offer free stuff, right? They'll say, well, you get this and that, and we'll give you this free or that. And I just want you to know, and you know this, but I'm going to throw this out there anyway, and that is you get what you pay for in this industry. It's just like any other industry when you're talking about free stuff. Is it really free? In a lot of cases, no, it's just a sales tactic. They're just trying to tell you that this is free and they're selling you this or that. They got to make their money somewhere, right? I mean, we all got kids, we all got families to feed, we all got our livelihoods. And I just want you to be aware of that nothing's really free, that you're paying for it in some way, shape, or form. And that could be literally paying with your dollars. It could be that you're paying in, you're actually losing a service or product in the process that you're not even realizing, or so on. Make sure when you're getting quotes, and by the way, if you are installing or replacing a heating and air system, you should get multiple quotes. I have customers that come to us and I say, look, you should get other quotes. I believe what I'm selling you or what I'm telling you is the best for you, and you should get other quotes just to find that out for yourself, right? So I'm okay with my customers getting other quotes, and you should too. So if you, regardless of where you're at in the country, definitely get other quotes, and just realize when you're comparing those quotes, compare them apples to apples. Don't say, well, this company over here is giving me something for free and this one's not, and they're both the same price. Are you actually getting something for free there, right? So just check that out. And we're guilty of it too in Griffin Air. When we're doing installations, there are some systems that when we sell them, there's rebate dollars that get kicked back or whatever, so we're able to give the customer more for their money, and so on. So, everybody has things that they can do for you and things like that, but just realize, compare apples to apples. Is something actually free? I know one of the big companies here in our state, one of the things they'll do is, hey, if you buy this, like if you buy an air conditioner, you're going to throw in the furnace free or something like that. And in reality, nothing's free. They're going to probably charge you more for this or that or whatever. So just keep that in mind. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this video is what I would consider probably, in my opinion, the most important thing. And that is when we're talking about secrets in our industry. Of course, every heating and air professional has an opinion on this or that. They'll say, this is my opinion on this brand or whatever. But one of the opinions that I hear often, because we at Griffin Air, we offer the best products with the best warranties, but one of the things that we hear all the time from our customers is, hey, this old timer or this tech with old school thinking is telling us that if I go with, say, an inverter system or a higher SEER system, that the savings that they would get is not there, that it's not worth it. And I think that there's times when that is true. If you're selling the home, why would you install a more expensive system if you'll never see the savings out of it? But this old school thinking, now this is just me, this is Josh. If I was sitting in front of a customer, this is how blunt I think that the answer to this is. And that is, I would bet that if you're being told that, if you have someone saying to you, hey, you're not selling the house anytime soon, your electric bills have been higher and this and that, but I tell you what, the savings is not there. I'm going to just tell you as a secret in our industry, and that is a lot of the guys that are saying that stuff have not installed many of the higher SEER systems. They just haven't. I guarantee they haven't installed as many as I do, because I get people calling us back or leaving us reviews saying, oh my gosh, the savings that I'm getting on my utility bills, I'm going to be in the black within 2 years. Within 2 years, I got a 12-year warranty on this system. And within 2 years, I'm now going to save so much on my monthly utility bills that I'm now going to be saving money at that point. It's not going to take me 10, 15, 20 years to get my money back. I remember that used to be the argument for some of those geothermal systems they would say, well, in 20 years goes by and it's going to make sense for you to do that expensive system. That is not the case with a lot of our inverter communicating systems. We're only talking about a few thousand more in some cases, and within 2, 3, 4 years, you have saved enough money that now you're saving even more money, that it's now making more sense for you to have installed those systems. So that's the secret. The secret is the guys that are telling you that stuff, and in my opinion, in a lot of cases, I have found that they have not installed very many of the higher SEER inverter type systems to even know. Otherwise, they wouldn't be saying that, in my opinion. So I'm sure I'm gonna get comments. I got tons of comments on my last video. Other heating and air guys saying, bar, 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 bar. Well, I'm sure I'll get those comments on this video too, but I hope it helps. If you're a homeowner looking to replace your system, or you're dealing with a heating and air company in one way, shape, or form, I hope that this helps. Thanks for watching. The last thing I'll say is, if you're in the market for a new heating and air system and you're in Virginia in the Middle Peninsula or the Northern Neck, give Griffin Air a call. We'll give you a free estimate and the best warranty in the area. But if you're not in our coverage area, check out my new website. I've even got a little banner up here, newhvacguide.com. Check out that site because we've put so much information on there. It's as if I wrote a book telling folks, hey, here's the good and the bad. Avoid this or that. I've even got a whole page called no-nos, things to stay away from. And so before you spend thousands, check out that website. And finally, for more tips and tricks in the heating and air industry, click that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.